have a lot of drivers, so it will be hard.
We're about to go for the race. Can I just do the start? We have 5 red lights ahead of the drivers. And we are go! Does Kevin get the best start? I think he has done as we make our way down towards the first corner. Those drivers going 4, 2, 3 wide as they come through towards the back. But Maver's trying around the outside of Toro. Not managed to make the move done. But I'll tell you who has made a good start. Rajic is already up to 12th place. And we're just past the first corner. Already at the inside of Schlomek he goes. And to the inside of the Ferrari he goes as well. I'm not sure which Ferrari that is. It's Vaced. For some reason he's being listed down in 17th place. But is instead on the fringes of the top 10. That's a very strange glitch there. But Rajic is flying his way for the back, trying to go around inside of Schlomek. Contact between the two drivers, and he's been forced out there, but he's currently trying to carve his way through this pack of drivers as we come towards the middle sector of this first lap. Proby passes Timo, who's dropped 2 positions off the start, but Timo gets him back on the exit of the corner as we make our way down towards the last sector of this lap. Nico-san, he's overtakes his teammate Mavers. That's a very good move for the team. It depends what tyres those two are on. If they're on different strategies, that's a very clever move to make, as now Vaced has been rectified which position he's in, but unfortunately the time gap has not updated. As now we will see, I think Rajic is trying to make a move on Schlomek again. Can he get a second bite at the cherry? Unfortunately
I've
not.
ever seen in this league, not gonna lie. The best first lap. Well, still Kevin and Toro are of course at the front, while Toro with the DRS is overtaking Kevin. And for sure now Rajic, it was his best lap ever. And we also need to acknowledge a very cool thing about Martin or something, I don't know how to say it, but in a couple days, I don't know how many is his birthday, so congratulations, I guess. Back to the race.
Tomek the guys behind. The two McLarens have caught up, and Rajic has caught up to this 7th place fight, because they're all bottlenecking up, and that's Remus, so Nicoson getting overtaken by Remus. He ghosted there, so there may have been contact between the two drivers. Luckily though, Nicoson can slip into that place again, as Rajic moves past one of the McLarens and past Root Kings, who seems to be struggling. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to see a good race here, because it does produce good racing, as Kevin makes another sweep around pass for the lead. Mavers sets the fastest lap with that DRS advantage, with that extra or less drag down the straights, as Rajic makes his way past Noah Dietrich. Right, what he needs to do now on those 8-lap old soft tyres, which are going to be past their sell-by date at this point, is gain. He needs to catch up to the back of that train in front of him that is going to have DRS twice around this lap, and if he doesn't, he will not be able to do well in this race himself. The only person this will play into the hands of is Kevin, and it's Rajic, as they go 3 wide, coming down towards the first corner, and Toto makes his way, sweeps his way past both Nicoson and Mavers there to now try and get back into this leading battle, because he needs to try and get back up to the back of Kevin, because now Rajic is 2.5 seconds behind. That's a 5/10 gain. Admittedly, that's not a lot over the course of 2 laps, but if these guys keep fighting, that gap will just keep going down. It will keep shrinking, because we know just how good Rajic is. He's better than the likes of Remus, soft and tyres. He's got Noah Dietrich right behind him, but that is purely, that's not because Noah Dietrich is some underrated driver, it's because the tyres are better. Nicoson makes his way past Toro, but luckily for him, he's not really lost the gap to Kevin. So Nicoson might be ready to poise for a move here. I thought he was going to go for a move on the inside of turn 3 or turn 4, I don't know exactly, because I know the official track map calls that turn 3. But
not destroyed, but larger and more fights, of course. More chance for Rajic, because he is now in a DRS train, of course. The McLaren overtook him, so he had, but like he said in the past interviews, he doesn't have plans, he doesn't have strategies before the race or even in the race. He just sees, he feels what maybe is right, what maybe is good, and then he wins, like it's nothing.
I will just say, by the way, Nicoson got into the lead at the start of this lap and has pulled 8/10 on Kevin. I have a feeling he's going to come into the pits this lap because he's pushing really hard. He's staying out. But Nicoson is the fastest driver on the circuit, but Mavers is in, so that's his teammate going into the box. Yellow flags in sector 2, the McLaren is off, that is Jasper. Gets it back onto the circuit, so no safety.
He's not happy about the DRS now, because he is half a second behind DRS zone, and he's just losing more and more time because of it, because he's not in the DRS zone. Now he lost almost half a second in one straight because of it. And if it goes by that,
gain an advantage on the guys behind. And Kevin coming around the final corner again. No pitting for these guys. So it looks like they are trying to push it to a set of softs. It would be a mental strategy. There's no idea what it should be, because that was a very dangerous action there, as Snai also comes into the pits and gets a 10-second time penalty for his troubles with throttling damage.
And yeah, Rajik is still gaining time, so to stay in front of him, but they're not gonna do it. I think, no.
Timo is disconnected.
Oh,
that's one of them into the pits. Yeah, Toto into the pits. I assume it'll be softs for 15 laps. It's not, it's hards. He's going on to hards.
Oh, what?
So he's done more laps on the mediums than he has on the hards. The only reason I can think of for that is either he knows that the softs aren't going to be good enough because Rajik has told him that they're awful at the end of a stint. I assume what he's done there is he wanted to pit earlier, but he was in the DRS train and there's so much time to be gained from being in the DRS train, so it's actually better to stay in the DRS train, and now he's trying to get the undercut with fresher tyres. That's the only thing I can think of. And these guys have been battling this entire time, are treating them like that, and they're all, one of them's in, that's Nicoson. Nicoson takes to the box, so does Noah Dietrich, and Nicoson gets a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That's what happens.
Very unfortunate for him.
That's what happens when you brake on old tyres. You always brake early when you're on old tyres, when you have damage, because the racing line always lies to you. Noah Dietrich onto softs, Nicoson onto hards. This...
Now, Kevin is 7 seconds ahead of Timo, and my first 9 seconds behind Kevin.
Timo's going to come in and Timo will not come out ahead of him. It's whether he can not just keep ahead of Kevin, because Kevin has stayed out another lap, but if he can, because he will come, I think when Kevin pits he will definitely be behind Rajik because 2 seconds off the pace, so it means that his softs are going to be 3 seconds quicker because he's on better tyres. As they're fighting for P4, Rajik to the inside, sorry, P3, Rajik to the inside, and so does the McLaren go to the inside of Mabers. That's 2 positions in one corner lost for the Williams. And is it going to be another one to Nicoson? No, Nicoson decides to back out of that one, but they might work teammates with Nicoson being on the fresher rubber. If I was them, I'd definitely be getting third, high 1 minute 12s, low 1 minute 13s. They are about a second and a half slower than the likes of Rajik and Co.
Yes.
Mavers made a mistake. Oh, sorry, Rajik made a mistake, not Mavers. I thought Mavers had made. Rajik, he's down to 6th place again. Kevin is into the box. Kevin has decided to come in, and that's a set of soft tyres like we expected. He is going to come out at the back end of this train. He is going to come out at the back end of this train behind the 2 Aston Martins. He will be looking to rampage his way through, but he's got Toto to get by. He's got Rajik to get by. He's got Mavers to get by. He's got Nikos. And then the final boss, the level 100 crew chief, is Noah Dietrich. But you can see he's shaping moves. He's looking for gaps. Just sitting behind Toto. He's like, I'm going to get by you. When, not if. Into the left-hander before the long straight. This will lose him time to the guys in front, but if he can get the move completed, it will benefit him in the long run. Get it around the outside, keep that car there. He does so, and that's enough room left by Toto. A bit of bumping and barging, but you're going to have that around Zandvoort. It's a very tight and twisty and narrow circuit. You're going to have a little bit of contact when making passes. Toto leaves him just enough room on the exit. A bit risky there to not leave a bit more, but there was no crash at the end of the day, so I don't think you can penalise such actions. Risky behaviour from these guys as they are getting close to falling out of the DRS range, but it looks like they've got everything sorted, and Toto is playing a good defensive game for his team.
That's crazy to think about. He's gonna be shocked. He's gonna be shaking right now. I feel him. 15 places, qualified so bad. Maybe his first ever win in a league. He's gonna be
not
happy.
Budging out of 2nd and 3rd place, and when you've got someone on faster tyres with much more at their disposal, you're going to struggle. That's Kevin, but he's defending from Toto. Toto getting back at him. Toto is being the best number 2 driver, the best teammate he can be. To Rajik, to the inside he goes, barges Kevin out wide. That's a fair move, but now to the inside, Kevin will retain that position, but what that's done is it's stopped him from being able to get over Rajik, but now it's a fight back from Toto, on the grass, on the curb. Fantastic scrapping there. He's just holding him back, he's just keeping him at arm's length, stopping him from catching up to Rajik, and more importantly, stopping him from overtaking Rajik. I think that's all that That's all that Toro's going to be able to do for now. As Kevin sends a ludicrous dive bomb on Rajic there, and Rajic going for it again. That was a ludicrous. Can't expect people to boom on the inside there, and he's pushing Toro to the outside. Kevin is losing his head right now. He has all of the cards in his hand. He needs to play them correctly. He needs to stop going for reckless dive bombs that aren't going to work. He was angry that Toro was battling him so hard, and he took it out on Rajic, and it so nearly turned it into a spin because he was trying to be overly aggressive and push his way through, pushing right up on the tail of Rajic, but because Rajic has that overtake, has that DRS, he's able to pull alongside, and Rajic gets squeezed out by the Williams. He's going for it. That's a brave move from Kevin, and he's managed to just about get it alongside, and more importantly, slightly ahead as we make our way towards turn 2 and 3. Very, very close racing. Bumps him slightly over circuit. That's just about fair, I'd say, from Rajic there. Slight bumps, but you're going to, as I said it earlier, you're going to expect bumping and barging around such a tight, narrow track. He's agonisingly close. He's literally about 2 inches away from that rear bumper, or 10 centimetres. No, it's not 10 centimetres. That's 5.08 centimetres for the Europeans. To the inside, Nico some blocks. Can Kevin send it around all the way around the outside? Should be able to. He's got the more grip. And Mavers is struggling on those tyres, so he could even get second by the end of this race. The corner, and that's going to stop him from being able to make the move. Toro passes Rajic for 5th place. I'm not sure what the reasoning behind that is, whether they had some sort of team order in place. But what I will say is it's been a fantastic race for one man. Not for one man only, but definitely for this man. He's an orange car in front of the orange army. It's going to be Dietrich who wins in the Netherlands. Mavers will just about take 2nd place as Kevin pushes him over the line quite literally. And Toro takes 3rd, followed by Rajic and Nico-san, who gets that 10-second time penalty. And Werner completes the order of those guys who have come across the finishing line. Wow, that was a good one.
Nice. I wanted more laps, like 50 more laps. Why not? Of this battle, I want to see more. We need to see more. Next race, the last race of the season. Actually, weird feeling, no? Already, the season is already over.
It's not over. We've got one more race. Yeah, we've got one more race at Monza.
Yeah,
and Monza will be even more chaos. Monza will be even more chaos because the thing is, the reason why this was so much chaos was because it was all condensed, but you couldn't overtake. At Monza, it's condensed, but you can overtake, and people will be going 3, 4. If we could even have a 5-wide moment down the main straight.
Yeah,
that's all I'll say.
Chaos there. There will be a safety car. I can say Monza, the tradition goes further.
Yeah, it was the first safety carless race in a long while. This track has thrown up some statistical quirks. I will go into those later, but Noah Dietrich takes what I think is his first win in VDRL, followed by Mavers and Kevin rounding out the podium. Toro and Aston Martin, Toro and Rajic, the Aston Martin duo finished P4 and 5, followed by the 2nd Red Bull of Timo.